Well, how's it going, everybody? We are starting the stream today. I was in the mood for continuing the Crimson Temple runs. Wasn't exactly sure what I was going to do today, but here we are. You know, you're in the mood, you're in the mood. I got 31 and something divines here to cover the cost of Sextants like usual. I don't think these things have really changed at all in like the last month straight. Scarabs have been fluctuating a bit in price. They seem to have gone down a little bit since. I did notice that the investment cost, I think, is down something like 3 or 4 divines. In total, the Crimson Temple maps here, all 8 mod corrupted, and 5 chaos per map devoted to that. Those relative to, just as a reminder, is relative to the value that I estimated them at when I farmed up 1,300 of them through the colonnade a while back. And let's see, dump tab BCD ready to go. For this, I am of course sporting my Pathfinder, which is now an original sin Magic Find variant with Expedition's End. Xerfe's Heart pumps out a lot more damage on average with a reliable Soul Eater. I did change my boots to get 100 life per second while moving. This takes me from, I believe it's 4 rage to 5 rage per second while moving. A nice little upgrade there. Also gave me 6% life, which increased this threshold down here a little bit. Kind of important to do that where I can. It's a little bit of an issue here, that space between with the Divination Distillate and Petrified Blood. Wish it was a little bit bigger, but can't really do anything about it without a level 5 Enlighten. Support cannot even fit a level 5 Enlighten. Support don't have the intelligence requirement for it because Xerfe's Heart is increasing the requirements. Neither do I have the currency for it either. For that matter. No major upgrades, really. Looking at a double corrupted original sin as the next potential upgrade. Hoping to buy one of those here pretty soon. But I am a little low on currency right now, with 2 divines in the bank. I could liquidate a lot of stuff, but anyway. Let's go down and just verify everything. Plug our numbers in. Alright, there it is. See, it was over 90 divines last time. A little over 90 divines. So back down to 87. Let's see here. A little curious what this is per map. Okay, so it went from basically 240 to 230 chaos per map. It was around 200 chaos per map when things were, I guess, the most favorable cost pricing ratio. Okay, that's that. Introduction finished. Here we go. I'm going to time the runs this time to make sure I am doing them still in 7.5 hours. I haven't really timed the run since switching to Pathfinder, but I think everything is still basically the same. Alright, map number 1. Let's get it. Harbinger. No master mission. Alright. Ah, yes. Crazy proliferation. Pop. Val Haste. Head to the boss. Probably reach the boss room before, yeah, well before there's any sort of issues with. Oh wow, fracturing shard and elder slayers. Man, if that was a fracturing orb, that would have been nuts on the initial like 30 seconds of the run. I've been playing a little bit with my league starter for next league and testing that behind the scenes. Build a little squishy, but I think I just kind of forgot how squishy the league start build is, and because I have the luxury of playing on a build that's worth about 10 mirrors now. When you go from that to playing on but I'm quite impressed with the damage. It definitely far more damage than Toxic Rain was doing my last league start. For sure. Ah. Here we go. Here's the guy I'm looking for. Yikes. Oh, red star. What is it? Oh boy. All right, that's gonna set the mood for this farm. I hope not. One enlightened card. Eats me up. Oh. Lionized glare. Oh, some scarabs. No wing, but I'll take, what was that? 4? No, 3 gilded divination scarabs. I did have scarab dupes, didn't I? Wow, I actually had the scarab dupes. Oh my god. Feels good, man. Gotta ask a question. Does wearing 2 Ventors make a difference in drops even if you got no other Magicifying gear? Yes, it does. I mean, there's diminished returns in Magicifying gear, evidently both in quantity and rarity, so those first couple pieces of Magicifying gear make a lot of difference. So long as you're running, you know, maps that have some other multiplier on them. Like, don't be running, you know, white maps. So you have to really take advantage of Magicifying, you gotta be running some halfway juicy maps with the Magicifying gear. Again, a couple pieces is fine. Apparently I didn't kill the King Harbinger at the start or something. That mirror expired fast. Oh well. Seven years bad luck. Okay. Okay. I don't think Magicifying necessarily affects boss drops, so if you're like a bosser, I'm not sure actually. I assume it doesn't. But yeah, if you're running any kind of mapping content, especially if you're, oh my god, we got double 7 years bad luck out the strongbox. Wow. And there's my heat shiver, yay. Alright, first heat shiver, 5 maps in. A little late there. A little late. Honestly disappointed. Double divine orb. Whoa, double stack deck. Duplicating currency, paying off a single divine orb. Whoa, dude. This is the wacky map, man. 3 divines, 3 7 years bad luck. Yo, this map is popping off. Wow. Eldritch Exalted Orb? What? Crown of Eyes? My god, I'm just dropping everything on this map. And I'm dead. Petrified Blood is for Divination Distillate. Got... Oh no! It feels bad, man. Oh. Oh, I had the dupes too. I had a strong dupe roll. Oh, 1 Apothecary. Well, okay. Finally broke our streak. I was like 215-ish maps, no Apothecary. Finally found one. Holy crap, man. Should have been 2 though. Should have been 2. Nice to see it live, yeah. It's always nice to see it live. Maybe I'll drop another one in this map. I can't wait to the day I repeat that. 2 separate Apothecary drops in 1 map. Only happened once ever. Off stream. The going theory now is that Delirious Quant Multipliers only applies to monsters that are native to the map when it spawns. So any monster that is... Perhaps even including League Mechanic monsters, if they spawned native on the map when the map is created, then they receive the benefits of a quant and probably rarity multiplier. So an example of a League Mechanic that spawns native on the map would be something like Hunted Traders. Okay, that's technically a League Mechanic, and they spawn when the map spawns. But, you know, something like Legion does not. Strongbox does not. They don't. Those monsters don't spawn until you interact with the League mechanic. Then they spawn. And if you have to interact with the League mechanic in order to make the monsters spawn, they don't seem to benefit from Delirium. Which is why now it seems not to matter if you... Ooh, another one of those. If you open strongboxes in or outside the mirror. It seems that it doesn't matter, right? Based on our tests. Yeah, I still like Delirium. I think it definitely... Delirium puts a whole bunch of extra monsters onto the map, native and not. And you're getting a lot of extra loot, for sure, one way or another. Even if Delirious didn't give any multipliers to gear whatsoever, it would still be a decent mechanic. Just for the sheer number of monsters it drops, or it spawns. Also has minus recovery. So, next map will not have minus recovery. Whoa! 3 exalts, 1 divine! Unlucky! So unlucky! Man, get that God Touch loot up in here. How can I be so unlucky? That would have been badass if 3 divines had dropped. Oh well, hey, Covenant dropped. Oh, so I got a little bit made up for there. Yeah, it's like... Oh. Wasn't somebody just asking me how rare this is? Apparently really common. Happens all the time. 320 fracture shards. 39% chance to see 2 apothecaries drop at once. And all of the strong boxes remained. Here we go. So it begins. Okay, really? Regrettably, I did not get Divination or Scarab dupes. Apparently, Scarab dupes is more valuable than Divination card dupes. Next thing you see drop is probably Divine Orb. Swear to God, if I get raw Divine Orb to drop in the next 10 seconds. No. Or maybe an Unnatural Instinct. Oh, duping the wrong stuff. Man. Red Star? What could it be over there in the middle of the map? You guys ready to go loot another Enlightened card? Oh. A tiny bit better. A teensy tiny bit more currency. Rats. Definitely not. Nowhere near enlightened enough. Oh, I'm enlightened enough to get one of these though. Oh. Oh, wow. It's been like 200 maps since I saw one of those. They're even more rare than apothecaries, I guess. It's weird. Whoops. Gonna make the price of items skyrocket? Yeah, probably. Too bad to deal with it. The price you pay for relying on content creators to make builds for you. Oh, yeah, I went there. I went there. Voidborn Reliquary key. Been a hot minute. A hot minute. It's one of those dropped. Maps duped. I mean, that's pretty bad. I can't even believe how bad that is. That's actually the worst altar string I've ever seen. Red Star, Voidborn Reliquary key. Alright. Alright. Duping Divination cards gets a Voidborn Reliquary key drop. Yep, sounds about right. It's my RNG, for sure. Yeah, I guess. 25% chance to be duplicated. Oh, Red Star. See, I can stand here. Tornado shot them down. 56 more cards. $56 more cards. What do you need a mirror for, Desilmain? Even in solo self-bound, what are you gonna mirror? Your ring? Synth base. Viridian Jewel! Oh, there's a Viridian Jewel here. First one in a long time. Could it be an unnatural instinct? Well, it's an intuitive leap, so at least it's middle of the road. Middle of the road, Viridian Jewel. Okay. Okay, I accept it. I was excited for a second. Hadn't seen one in a while. Urgh. OMG, I'm not moving. Oh, we duped the div card, guys. Dragon Hearts are mad because they were falling behind for a minute. And so now I can't, I just can't stop finding them. They're all Divine Orb. Okay. Well, picking up some loot. Picking up some loot, a little loot here and there. Part of the reason why I'm doing 1,000 whole maps. Fracture Orb Raw, dude. Second one in 100 maps. Wow. Divination conversion with the Sephiroth. Dang, look at that. Divination conversion. Dropping the big loot. Dang. Oh. Sounds like a conspiracy there. Only drops in lesser maps. Is that how it works? Whoa! And I had the Scarab dupes. Look at that. Dupe the winged div Scarab and the gilded div Scarab. Feels good, man. Feels good. That's like such a moral victory right there. Don't even know. A mage blood, well. Not the biggest fan of mage blood. I know some people like it. I'm sure there's a place for it. Bossing. Sanctum. Mapping? Get that out of here. Whoa! Alright, you just keep giving me those scarabs then. Wait, am I duping scarabs? No. I'm not. Probably am now after this. Oh, I was gonna say. I expected that to be a scarab dupe altar. But as far as leeching is concerned, it's not the same thing. Reading Jewel, Unnatural Instinct. Got one. A little birthday gift to myself, I guess. Would have been nice if it was duped, but it dropped too soon. Too soon. Haven't found enough altars yet. But anyway. Definitely a notable drop. Another Viridian Jewel dropped. Intuitive Leap again. Okay. I mean, that's a little bit of magic, I guess. Another Viridian Jewel. Well, it is time. It's that time. Let's see the results. This is maps 501 to 600. Getting ready to check the final results. I have the dump tabs here. DCB. Had quite a few sort of interesting drops. A lot of cluster jewels. 83 cluster jewels though. There was 184 plus spell cluster jewel. It's worth almost a divine. There was an Einar Memory of Crystal Prisons in here. There was a pretty well-rolled Ventors that's worth probably somewhere between 5 and 10 divines. Maybe more once it's catalysted up. And a super well-rolled Iron Fortress also came into play here. I'm going to give myself 10 divines for all this stuff. That's still being really conservative here. But I feel like being kind of conservative when taking into account this Iron Fortress and the Ventor's Gamble especially. I'm pretty sure if I liquidated all this stuff, definitely more than 10 divines here. Not counting the Reliquary keys. Almost forgot to mention there are 3 pretty well-rolled to dusts here that collectively add up to a divine or more. For sure. A lot of items as usual to be valed, and yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at everything. Definitely turned out a lot better than last time. For sure. But this is still not one of the better sessions. Let me just verify here, make sure everything is up to date. Okay, now we'll hit the snapshot. Investment cost of 87.88 divines. We're going to add 10, so that's going to be a total of 193.72. We'll save that in there. 1 Apothecary coming to play. The highlight of this session was definitely the fracturing orbs or fracture shards. I've got 2 full fracturing orbs. So the total shard count is 87 for this set, which is way higher than it usually is. Only 11 divine orbs. I mean, I had like 22 divine orbs last time, so way under there. Anyway, here, I'll go ahead and just sort of scroll through here, and then we'll kind of take a look at some of the things individually. All right, why don't we start with currency here? Yeah, no surprise here. The fracturing orbs are the high point. 3 Voidborn Reliquary keys seems like a kind of normal results there. Yeah, a lot of exalted orbs. Everything kind of breaking down there, and I'm interested to see the total here. Wow, 18,000. 18,000, interesting. Divination cards, 9 7 years, 13 enlightened, 7 dragon hearts, 1 apothecary, 1 Sephiroth. Yeah, that was kind of weird. Definitely a bit unlucky. Again, still, I'm quite certain that I should be getting at least, well, probably around 2 apothecaries every 100 maps, close to it. Not exactly, maybe almost exact same amount of value in divination cards as currency. That's fascinating. Uniques came out a lot better this time than last time as well, with an unnatural instinct and a Dial-as Malefaction. Interesting, the Ventor gambles maybe skewing the results a little bit here. They're not usually calc 27 chaos apiece, more like 10 chaos apiece. I think I'll leave it though. A couple of intuitive leaps, Aegis Auroras, a Covenant, a Brass Dome that didn't roll very well. Slightly better than average, I think, on the uniques. Oh, I wanted to check the total here. 5,400. Scarab. Scarab seemed not so bad this time. 2,000. I think it's actually a little better than usual. So, yeah, that is results there. Let's see the currency per map, currency per hour. We take 193.72 minus 87.88. That's our net. Alright, divided by 7.5 hours. And that's about 14 divines an hour. Definitely well below what I'm hoping for. You know, no major drops, no major tier 0 uniques, no mirror shard, still no mirror shard, no divine orb altar, no, and then only 1 apothecary. Let's see. I want to make sure I get this number right here. Yeah, so cracked 1 divine per map, at least. Or I guess, yeah, I guess we. There we go. 1.06 divines per map. And that is going to drive the cumulative total down again, sadly. Let's see where it's at now. We got 20.54 plus... Man, session 2 and 3 were the real winners, weren't they? Man, last session only made 4 divines an hour. 14.11 divided by 6. Yeah, not too bad. 23.49 divines per hour cumulative. Oh, sorry. I'll put that in the title, I guess. This number should be 14.11. There we go. Okay. Yeah, and that's it for this little portion. Now I got to do the gambling part. Gambling, you know, do a usual thing. Got a lot of 10% Sedemas. Looking forward to the results there. And I think I got more stacked decks than usual. Didn't I? I feel like I did. Usually I can only get like 30 something. Yeah, 73 stacked decks. Well, 3-1 the Ventors. Yeah. And then the 3 Voidborn Reliquary keys coming up. I know, the Life Thief is really freaking rare. There's plenty of red star cards that are more common than Life Thief. Oh no. The Life Thief strikes again. Oh man. Not feeling very lucky. Not feeling very lucky with these results. Alright. Here we go. Here's the part you've all been waiting for. Oh, oops. Corruption time. So we're looking for some juicy implicits that could drive the value of some of these very cheap uniques up, you know, like 100-fold potentially. See if we made it happen. Bow. Alright, looking for the ones with implicit. Oh, we got a Sedima's touch that it got an implicit. I'm excited to check. Anyway, let's take a look at the Wind Ripper. Nothing there. Nothing so far. Crown of Eyes, not very good. Cosprey's didn't change. Looking pretty ugly so far. A +1 socket of gems, gentle. Athena's gentle touch is not actually worth anything. Oh, well. We have a Crown of Eyes with reservation. This is a winner. Looking at least 1 divine. I think it rolled pretty well, so this might be like 2 divines. So that's a winner there. Let's see, anything else to speak of? I'm going to save the Sedimas for last because it's the one I have the most confidence with. +1 socketed Darasos for the win. This is so huge. This thing sells for so much, especially if it's rolled well, and it is. It's rolled really well. Wow, you guys got to look at this. Look at this monster. Look at this monster. Well, the baseline's not that good, but look at this roll. Oh my god, that's gross. Gross. This is 7, 8 divines, I'm guessing. Without any care at all for the rolls, it's like 4 or 5 divines. This is definitely going to sell for somewhere between upwards of 10 divines, maybe close to it. Big win there. And Despair on hit Vixens? A small win, I guess. And drum roll for the Sedima's touch. We're looking for elemental weakness on this bad boy here. Oh, it's not. Damn. Thought it might have been. Okay, well, I think I came out pretty well, all things considered. Especially with that Darasos roll. And that's why, you know, you put Darasos Defiance on your loot filter. And the only reason a +1 level Socketed Gems Darasos Defiance is worth anything is because, you know, yours truly promotes the hell out of this armor. And always put my auras into it on top of that. What do we want on the Sedimas? Plus, elemental weakness on hit is worth like 10 to 15 divines. Now, the last thing is the most highest stakes of them all. Not really something that I'm too keen on, but I go ahead and do this for the viewers. Now, last time I did this, I got the very last key I put in here. I got a Aegis Aurora, so could be something. It is not a Covenant, unfortunately, so that's not going to be worth anything. Why did somebody put this body armor in the pool of items? That makes no sense to me. I assumed that was going to be a Covenant. There we go, number 2. I mean, should I even check this? I'm not even going to check Soul Mantle. Superior Ezomite Axe. Wow. That armor actually saw play this league? Alright, I mean, I assume it's not worth anything. Definitely not a big hit, for sure. Last one. Here we go. 3rd time's charm. What? I just got this last time. Also pink. What? I don't know. This might be like 1 divine. Not exactly much value. Not gonna lie, not much value there. We're gonna call that a miss. Not so good. Well, that's it for this set. 14 divines an hour. Feels a little weak, but I think, you know, a lot of people are doing this farm, so the investment costs are higher than they were in the beginning, and the payback is kind of lower than it was. Actually, the Apothecary card is kind of going down in value. Divine Orb still holding really strong. We're at this kind of weird point in the the season, I guess, or the league, where it's like the core currency that's trading is still holding really strong while like everything else is falling off. So here very soon, probably, the Divine Orb market's going to crash, and a session like this is going to just automatically look better than it was. I'm fairly pleased with this session. It wasn't bad, honestly. Getting the 1 Apothecary, getting some decent uniques, getting 3 Voidborn Reliquary keys, getting a bunch of fractured orbs out of it. Really wasn't a bad set, honestly. Yeah, I think it felt like 20 divines an hour, not really 14 divines an hour. I think that had a lot more to do with the market just being weird at the end of the league. But we'll see. We'll keep going, and next time we'll be starting with map 601. Still got to come out with the deep dive on this character. I'm glad I held off on it, though, because I added in the middle, kind of realized with the crew here that I could go back to something I used to do when I played Ignite and do a Sinvicta's weapon swap for Rampage, which I lost when I dropped the Worm Sign gloves in for Calm Spirit. I got Rampage back, made a huge difference, because one of the things that I felt was a bit weak on this build, swapping out of Champion, was the loss of some movement speed in combat. Definitely felt like I was moving slower, and that's 50% reduced movement speed by virtue of losing Rampage. Also, the 200% increased damage from Rampage double dips with Poison, which is super strong. Not that Poison is making a huge impact in this build. It will for the league start, obviously, next league. But also, Sinvicta's gets 80% increased area of effect at 1,000 stacks. And you might have noticed towards some of the later highlights of this video, the Herald of Ice was exploding for much bigger area of effect than it was at the beginning of this video. So if you're wanting to confirm that, you can go ahead and look at the highlights again, and you'll notice early on in that segment the Herald of Ice kind of normal size, and then later on it's like double that. Something crazy. As well as the poison proliferation from Master Toxicist, which isn't, you know, that big of a deal, but yeah, just and of course the shock proliferation from Fury of Nature, also getting that extra extension there from all that increased AoE. So I have way over 100% increased AoE on this build now, which is pretty cool. That's it for this video. We're gonna be bringing out some more videos like what I'm talking about here, deep dive, as well as, you know, 601 to 700. Not quite sure exactly what's going to come out next, but, you know, just see it when you see it, I guess.